Hello to all of my Disney lovers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you do not know me, my name is Daniela and welcome to Disney Fridays. We talked about my 5 favorite. We're going to talk about my 5 least favorite Disney villains. Also, I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit of a fun fact about each of the villains that you may not know about. Now, I have one honorable mention simply because I don't think he's a villain, but what he did was horrible. And that goes to Edgar from the Risco Cats. Listen, the crash out was valid. All right, he worked for this lady for a long time. And then he has to go and find out that he's not inheriting the fortune and it's going to cats. I would crash out too. Putting the cats to sleep and taking them away from their owner, no bueno. Okay, I see why you is a villain. And the fact that you pranced around that and was so proud and all that, no thank you. Here's an interesting fact, and it kind of goes on top of more facts. He doesn't have a song. He technically sings Rockabye Babies when he's bringing out the milk for the kitties, but he doesn't have his own song. There's also other villains that actually don't have songs as well that you may not know, and I'm going to tell you now. You're starting with Yokai from Big Hero 6, Shang Yu from Mulan, Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph, Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, Madame Medusa from The Rescuers. You also have Bill Skies, who is from Oliver and Company, and you have Charles F. Muntz from Up. Now, Charles F. Muntz technically has a film about him, but it's not about him being a villain. It's in fact about him being a hero. All right. Here we go. Number 5. My 5th least favorite villain goes to Governor John Ratcliffe from Pocahontas. Okay. I just have a few things to say, not a lot, because I can't stand him. I can't. He was annoying to me. He did a little bit too much. Like, why you had to do all that. His characteristics was based on the real life John Ratcliffe, so I guess the real life one was just as annoying. Cool. The other interesting fun fact is that John Ratcliffe has the most Disney villain songs out of everybody, with a total of 3. Why this man has the most songs? Why couldn't Dr. Facilier has the most songs? Like, come on, people. And if you're wondering what they are, they're Savage's mind and not the way they appear. Number 4, it's kind of controversial. My 4th least favorite villain is Gaston. Do you want to know why? It is because how he acted in the movie. Why are you trying to force Belle to marry you? Honey, she said no like 15 times. Take it and move on. Okay? Take it and move on. That's all I'm going to say. But I love meeting him in the parks. He's actually one of my favorite character interactions. But my fun fact for this is actually kind of fascinating is that he is not in the original story. He's not in the original story of Beauty and the Beast. But he is based off of Belle's sisters. Just let that sit in for a while. All right, top 3. Well, it's not really top 3. My 3rd least favorite villain is Sid. Sid is another one that is annoying. And I cannot stand Sid. Like, what is that child doing with all of those tools and matches and everything like that? What are his parents doing? I just don't enjoy him as a character. He's very annoying. I want to, like, every time I see him on the screen, I kind of want to push him and just be like, leave. The animation of him is absolutely amazing because he is supposed to be this big evil kid, and like they did that. Now, my fun fact is kind of interesting, and it is that Sid is the only character in the whole entire Toy Story franchise that know that toys are alive. My 2nd least favorite Disney villain is Judge Claude Frollo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Here is why. It's the way that this man wants to get rid of gypsies because he's obsessed with Esmeralda, which in the stories, she is 16 years old. You as an old man and you is obsessed with a 16-year-old girl. What are you doing? In the film, she appears in her early 20s, so it doesn't look as bad. But in the original story, people, she is 16 years old. That person is obsessed with a 16-year-old. And that's why you're number 2 on my list. Frollo has the most screen time out of any Disney villain because he appears on and off for a third of the movie. Did you know that? That was a fun fact for you. All right, everyone. We are here. We are here with my number one least favorite Disney villain. My number one least favorite villain is Hans from Frozen. Hans is a walking red flag person. If you've ever seen a walking red flag, okay? Hans reminds me of an ex. He is annoying, a pain in the bootay. He is despicable. The fact that he hypnotized, I'm putting air quotes on that because that's not the right word, Anna into loving him, to believing that he was the one, everything like that, to do her dirty when she was freezing and to put out the fire. Red flag. I don't like it him. And the fact that he came up with all those lies about her sister, red flags. My fun fact from Mr. Hans, that he is the only villain in the whole entire Disney villain franchise that has to do it with a princess. Love is an open door. Beautiful song, amazing song, love it so much. I find that absolutely fascinating. I feel like there should be more songs like that where the hero and the villain sings together. We're here. That is my list of my top 5 least favorite Disney villains. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you loved what you saw and you want more Disney Friday videos from moi, you can do so by pressing the subscribe button and turning on that bell icon to notify when I post more videos. You can check me out on TikTok and Instagram. Don't forget to sprinkle a little pixie dust in your life. And until next Disney Friday, I'll see you on Magical Life Monday. Bye bye.